My child, today is not just another ordinary day, today is the 30th of June, and there is something significant stirring, beyond what your eyes can see. Deep within your spirit, you felt that gentle nudge, that soft whisper echoing within, refusing to be dismissed, and I, your God, have come to explain what that means. Archangel Michael has been trying to connect with you all day, and right now he stands by your side, encouraging you to receive this message, before the moment slips away. There's someone whose name begins with the letter M, and this individual isn't who they claim to be. You've been nudged about them before, haven't you, yet each time you brushed the signs aside. It's time to stop doing that. What I'm revealing isn't to instill fear, it's to shield you, and this message carries urgency. You've noticed little signs, haven't you? That strange sensation when they text you, a hesitation in their words, a name that repeatedly appears, even when you're not seeking it. Those are not coincidences, child, they are divine warnings. I've been sending signs through nudges, repetitive numbers, unusual dreams. But life's noise nearly drowned them out. Today that silence breaks. This M name, it's not just any name, it holds weight. There are truths connected to it, and I want you to hear them clearly. They have been around your energy, observing, calculating, and waiting, but not all intentions are sincere. There's something about a decision they made in the past, that they've kept hidden, and it directly ties back to you. That's why this moment matters, your timeline is already shifting. Archangel Michael has personally taken charge, to guard this transition. He has fought spiritual battles in your name, ensuring your blessings remain untouched by deceptive hands. Be cautious, for appearances deceive. Not all smiles are honest, and not every kind word is genuine. This M individual, whoever they are to you, has been concealing something. And someone else knows the truth. They're trying to warn you, before the situation escalates further. Love letter. Before we continue, pause and subscribe to this divine space of light. This isn't just a channel, it's a sacred conduit. Every word spoken here is infused with spiritual protection, healing, and guidance. By subscribing, you're opening the doors to divine transformation. One click can realign your spiritual atmosphere. Stay connected, don't delay. Love letter continued. Listen carefully, for this part is pivotal. A conversation took place, not in this physical world, but in the higher realms. Your name was mentioned, so was theirs. While one angel declared your destiny, a dark force tried to derail it. That's the reason you've been feeling emotionally drained, why your heart feels unsettled. Your soul is already sensing that something is out of balance. Child, believe this, you've been chosen for something immense. This M person must either align with your divine path, or step aside. No more in between. The time for hesitation has passed. You're entering a season where all that's been concealed will be uncovered. That's a promise straight from me. You've wept because no one seemed to truly see you. You've pleaded for answers. Well, your clarity is arriving. Soon someone who knows the truth about this person will try to speak to you. It might come casually, even in a slip of the tongue, but don't dismiss it. Archangel Michael is awakening your spiritual hearing. Your inner knowing is being recalibrated. That inner tug you felt, it's real, something spiritual is shifting. They've whispered things behind your back, and still you've loved them. They mistook your grace for weakness. But in the quiet, I've been strengthening you. This warning isn't to plant fear in your heart, it's to awaken your awareness. You're too valuable to be treated like a backup plan. Your presence is sacred, and this moment matters, because a doorway is opening, one that will either elevate or derail you. The choice is no longer theirs, it's yours. Now take this in, not just with your ears, but deep in your spirit. That person connected to the letter M, they've had you on their mind constantly. But not all of those thoughts are clean, some are riddled with remorse, others with envy, and some, with silent fixation. They're caught in inner turmoil, and whether you know it or not, your very being stirs something inside them, something unsettled. That is why I, your Heavenly Father, step in now. I see all, I've heard every unspoken intention. And I won't allow them another chance to harm your spirit. Once they had access to you, emotionally, energetically, maybe even physically. But they didn't value it. And now they want back in. But hear me, some doors must remain shut, unless they return cleansed, truthful, and fully transformed. You've been too generous, and that's a rare gift. But now is the time for wisdom-born boundaries, not from fear, but from discernment. This message is your sacred armor, your divine alert. It's me whispering to you. Stay aware, beloved. Because not every hand clapping for you wants to see you win, some are simply waiting to witness your fall. Archangel Michael has stood at the threshold of your spiritual doorway, wings unfurled, sword in hand, refusing entry to any shadow that tries to follow you into your future. He's not only shielding your heart, he's safeguarding your divine purpose. The coming days are not ordinary, they're spiritually critical. In the invisible world, divine messengers are moving. But so are deceivers. Smiling faces hiding secret agendas, people who steal your peace, but pretend to bring joy. Individuals who call you friend, but secretly fear your light. This person stands at the center of that spiritual friction. You've already noticed a strange energy about them, an offbeat pattern, a slip in their story, an uncomfortable silence. That's not paranoia, my child, that's divine insight. I planted it in you. Trust that holy nudge, don't second guess it. A shift is already in motion, and it's going to change everything, especially the way you view this person. And when that moment of unveiling arrives, remember this message. Recall that I loved you enough to send a divine alert before the storm even formed. You're not watching this by accident, this message isn't random, it's your spiritual alarm clock. I'm using it to stir your soul into full awareness. You're not being dramatic, you're not overthinking, you're not making it up. That person isn't what they appear to be. I'm not revealing this to sow bitterness, but to prevent you from falling into another web, meant to delay your journey. You are too sacred, too destined, too close to breakthrough, to be caught in deception now. You're entering a season of restoration. False relationships, secret intentions, cloudy connections, they must all come into the light. I'm stepping in, not to punish, but to lead. So follow the peace I place in your spirit. If someone causes you unease, that's your first signal. If they come only when they want something, that's your second. If you're always unsure where you stand with them, that's the third. You don't need more confirmations than that. You are not alone in this, I'm right beside you, and Archangel Michael remains on guard. If only you knew the battles already won on your behalf, the prayers you didn't even realize you prayed that were answered. The paths I blocked to protect you, not deny you. This moment is no different. Take this warning about the person seriously. Someone close to you may try to defend them, but listen to me first. Trust the still voice in your spirit that whispers, this isn't right. Hold this word close, vindication. Yes, child, vindication is on its way. Where they twisted your story, I will untangle the lies. Where they cast doubt on you, I will restore your name. And that is only the beginning of what I am about to do. Love letter, this message is your lifeline, child. It's not just a string of comforting words, it's a divine rope sent down from heaven, to pull you out of the confusion you've been sinking in. It's a sacred reminder that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not invisible. Even though the silence felt deafening at times, even though the waiting stretched longer than you thought you could handle, I was still working. Behind the scenes, beyond your sight, I was orchestrating a shift that required silence, before it could speak. You see, sometimes I hide you, before I reveal you. Sometimes I protect you, by pulling you away from people you thought you needed. And though you cried through the separation, I was wiping your tears, and writing your testimony. It's time now, time to realize, that everything you lost wasn't a punishment, it was preparation. Everything you let go of, made space for what's on the way. And the one who's coming, won't need explanations. They will feel your heart, the moment they meet you. But before they arrive, you must make a decision. Will you trust me over your feelings, will you choose peace over familiar pain? Because your destiny is not behind you, it's ahead, and to move forward, you must leave behind the illusions, that tried to masquerade as love. That person, their energy was never meant to walk with you into this next season, unless they surrendered fully to the light. And child, they haven't. They're still battling with parts of themselves, they refuse to heal. And while I love them too, I will not allow their delay to block your design. This is the moment, where you step into full spiritual clarity. The fog you've been walking through, is lifting now, and as it clears, so will your understanding. You'll begin to look back, and see how every no was a redirection, how every heartbreak shaped your discernment, and how even the silence was sacred. I'm doing something beautiful with your brokenness, I'm making art from the ashes. And though you may not see the full picture yet, child, trust me, it's breathtaking. You're not being punished for your past, you're being positioned for your promise. And every delay, every detour, every disappointment, was part of the sacred journey, leading you to this point. That person is still watching, still thinking, still hesitating. But you can't pause your purpose, for someone else's indecision. You can love them from afar, without opening the door again. And if you've already let them in again, let this be the confirmation you needed, to shut it gently and permanently this time. Because I am opening a new door. And this time, it's not one you'll have to force open, it will open effortlessly, because it was made for you. You'll walk through it, without compromise, without guilt, without the burden of trying to be enough, for someone who never saw your value. You will finally understand what I meant when I said, what I have for you is better. And you'll weep, not from pain this time, but from gratitude, because you'll see how every closed door was mercy, every delay was protection, every ending was a beginning in disguise. But child, I need your yes. Not a hesitant one, not a fearful one, a full faith-filled yes. Yes to letting go, yes to trusting me, yes to believing that I still write beautiful stories, even after heartbreak. That person with the name may try to reappear, once they sense your peace. Don't confuse their re-entry as divine timing. Sometimes people return, not because they've changed, but because they feel your absence. Don't let their longing pull you back into something I freed you from. Their regret is not your responsibility, their healing is not your burden. Your job is to stay in alignment, to guard your spirit, to protect your peace, like it's priceless, because it is. I gave you that peace, and I don't want you handing it over, just to feel less lonely. Loneliness is a passing emotion, peace is a permanent gift. Choose the gift, choose what I gave you, not what left you. And when the tests come, and they will, remember this word. When the messages arrive, when the names pop up, when the nostalgia hits, remember this word. This moment, this divine instruction. You are not who you used to be, you're not stuck in cycles anymore, you're not trapped in the pattern of proving yourself. You've evolved, you've grown, you've been refined. And your spirit has outgrown environments that keep you small. Don't return to what you had to heal from. You don't belong in broken spaces anymore. I'm calling you into wholeness now, into relationships that reciprocate, into connections that uplift, into environments that remind you of heaven's favor on your life. There is so much more ahead of you, and I'm excited to show you what I've been preparing. But I need you to unclench your grip from what was, let go, breathe, step forward. Because on the other side of this release, is joy unspeakable, peace that passes understanding, love that feels like safety, and favor that cannot be earned, only received. You are stepping into a season, where things align without forcing, where blessings chase you down, where divine connections find you, at the perfect time. But for that to happen, you must believe you are worthy of it. No more settling for halfway love, no more tolerating mixed signals, no more spiritual confusion. I'm replacing all of that, with clarity, direction, and confidence. So when that name shows up again, and it will, remember not every name deserves access to your presence. You've been anointed for greater, and not everyone is willing to rise to that level. Don't lower yourself, just to make someone comfortable in your light, let them rise, or let them go. Child, I know this is heavy, I know this feels like a spiritual stretch. But I am right here, I've never left, I've been walking with you, through every tear, every ache, every night you questioned, why it had to happen like this. And today I'm telling you, it had to, so you could become this version of you. The healed one, the whole one, the awakened one, the one who's finally ready, for the love, the purpose, the destiny I've designed all along. Stay close to this message, let it replay in your heart, every time you feel weak. Let it anchor your spirit, when the old voices come whispering. Let it remind you, that your healing is real, your growth is undeniable, and your future is unfolding right now. Walk forward, not with fear, but with faith. Not with questions, but with quiet strength. You don't need to look over your shoulder anymore, you don't need to wait for the other shoe to drop. That season is over, I've closed the door, and what's behind you cannot follow you into what's next, unless you let it. And I'm asking you, child, don't. Don't drag the old pain into this new promise, don't water weeds hoping they'll become flowers. You've already learned what needed to be learned. The chapter is complete, and now the page must turn. This is a sacred moment, heaven is shifting everything, to bring you into divine alignment. The angels have gone ahead, they're preparing divine appointments, orchestrating favor, opening doors, and moving hearts you haven't even met yet. There are people who will love you instantly, not because they need something, but because their spirit recognizes yours. This next level won't require explanation, performance, or shrinking. It will meet you where you are, and lift you higher. And it starts now, not next week, not when you feel more ready, now. And yes, you might feel scared, yes, your heart might still ache a little. That's okay. Healing doesn't mean the absence of pain, it means the presence of peace within it. It means being able to sit with the past, without letting it rule the present. And you're doing that, you're healing, even if you don't feel it every day, even if the tears still come, even if the memories still surface. Healing is happening beneath the surface, where I'm working deep, where I'm rewiring the roots of what they tried to break. Let me take you deeper, that person, yes, the one who confused your spirit, was never meant to hold your destiny. They were a catalyst, not a cornerstone. They were allowed, but not chosen, they were temporary, not eternal. And I know that's hard to accept, especially when your love was genuine, when your prayers included their name, when your hope saw forever, in someone I only wrote in for a chapter. But trust me, I don't subtract without the intention to multiply, I don't prune unless I'm preparing for growth. This message was not meant to make you bitter, it was meant to make you bold. Not cold, but clear. Clear about who you are, what you deserve, and where you're headed. Clear enough to never again apologize for having a big heart. Clear enough to walk away from confusion without guilt. Clear enough to recognize when love is divine, and when it's a distraction in disguise. Now breathe again, deeply this time. Inhale the promise, exhale the past. Breathe in truth, breathe out regret. You are not late, you are not forgotten, you are not too broken, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, for this breakthrough to find you. And yes, it is finding you. The miracle you stopped praying for, because it hurt too much to hope, it's still on the way. It never left, I just needed to clear the space, prepare the atmosphere, and ready your heart. You've been asking for love, but I've been teaching you how to receive it. Not the kind that takes, drains, or diminishes you, but the kind that reflects me, steady, safe, sacred. Child, I'm almost done speaking, but I need you to hold on to this last part. You're about to feel lighter, not because everything is perfect, but because you've finally let go of what's heavy. You're about to experience a peace that doesn't make sense on paper, that's me. You're about to wake up one morning, and not feel that ache in your chest anymore, that's healing. You're about to see signs, confirmation so specific, you'll laugh through your tears, that's alignment. And when the real one arrives, the one I've chosen, you won't question their place in your life. They will carry light, not chaos, they will speak love, not confusion, they will bring clarity, not storms. You'll know them, not just by how they treat you, but by how they help you hear me better. That's how you'll know they're from me. They'll honor your journey, not compete with it, they'll love your light, not try to dim it, and they'll pray for you, not prey on your softness. You're stepping into a new spiritual territory now. A season where discernment becomes second nature, where peace becomes your compass, where your no becomes holy, where you finally realize that protecting your heart is not the same as building walls, it's wisdom. Now rise up, child, spiritually, emotionally, even physically if you can. Let your posture reflect the promise. You've cried enough over the past, you've doubted enough in the dark. This is your sunrise moment, this is the glow after the storm. And as sure as you're reading these words, I am walking with you into it. And one more thing, when it all starts to come together, when the blessings begin to overflow, when the love arrives, that honors everything you've been through, don't doubt it. Don't question if you're worthy, don't sabotage it, because of who didn't stay. Receive it fully, embrace it wholly, live in it freely. Because child, you've passed the test, you've surrendered the timeline, you've chosen faith, when fear made more sense. And now heaven is responding in full. This was never just a message, this was a divine appointment. You're not the same person who started reading this, something shifted inside of you, something healed, something awoke, and it's beautiful. Let Archangel Michael continue to shield your path, let divine timing be your rhythm, let your spirit rest, knowing that the war is already won. You are safe, you are seen, you are divinely held, and your next season will be a reflection of everything you've survived, and everything you've become. Stay close to the light, stay open to the signs, stay grounded in love. This isn't just the end of a word, it's the beginning of a wonder. Your name is written in grace, your future is soaked in favor, and your heart, your beautiful, resilient, radiant heart, is finally free. The nights you cried with your phone in your hand, debating whether to reach out, wondering if they'd even care, hoping that maybe just maybe they'd feel your pain, without you needing to explain it. I saw all of that, I was there every time your heart broke in silence. And even when you whispered to no one in particular, why does it still hurt? I heard you, I caught every word, every tear, and I stored them not as weakness, but as sacred proof of your strength. Now I need you to see what I see. I see someone who's fought battles no one knows about, and still chose love. I see someone who was betrayed, but still stayed soft. I see someone who almost gave up, but kept praying. I see you. And heaven has not just watched, it has recorded every moment. There is a divine reward on its way, and it is not just a blessing, it is compensation. You are being restored, not because you begged for it, but because you were faithful through the fire. This is what they won't understand, how you're still standing. How you're still choosing kindness, when cruelty would have been easier. How you still choose to believe in love, when deception tried to break your heart permanently. But that's because your story was never theirs to understand. I wrote it, I am the author, and I am not finished. There's another chapter waiting for you, one that doesn't include begging to be chosen, one that doesn't require shrinking yourself to be loved. Let this be the final time you cry over someone who didn't recognize your spirit. Let this be the last time you replay the moments, wondering what you did wrong. Because the truth is, you were never the problem. You were the revelation, and not everyone is ready for revelation. Some people run from what exposes their shadows. But that doesn't mean your light should dim, it means your light was too strong for their denial. So let it go now, release the memory, not out of bitterness, but out of alignment. You are stepping into sacred timing. You are stepping into divine order. And the longer you stay in what no longer serves your soul, the more delayed your blessing becomes. That's why I'm sending this reminder today, to tell you your delay ends here. You'll notice it soon in your spirit. You'll start to feel lighter, your thoughts will begin to quiet, your dreams will become clearer, and the energy around you will begin to shift. People who once felt heavy will suddenly feel distant. Conversations that once confused you will no longer hold power. And your soul will begin to crave solitude, not because you're sad, but because you're being refined. Don't resist this transition, don't fear the loneliness. In this space, I am doing a holy work in you. I am pulling back layers of pain, I am healing the parts of you that became numb just to survive. I am whispering new truths to you. And above all, I am preparing you for someone who will love you the way I always intended. This love that's coming, it won't just make sense, it will bring peace. It won't be rooted in chaos, it won't confuse you. It will feel like exhale, it will feel like rest. And you won't have to beg for clarity. They will choose you out loud, they will honor your spirit, not just your beauty. They will love your depths, not just your surface, and in that love, you'll find healing, for every wound someone else caused. That's why the old had to fall apart, that's why the person had to exit. They were not evil, they were just not equipped. They were not prepared to hold someone who carries as much light as you do. And though their presence once felt like destiny, it was only a detour. You're realigning now, you're coming back home to yourself, and I'm so proud of you for listening, even when it hurts. You're going to start seeing numbers more often now, 333, 444, 555. Those aren't coincidences, those are confirmations, those are your angels signaling alignment, protection, transition. When you see them smile, whisper back, I see you too. That's how you stay connected to heaven, in the small moments, that's how you stay in tune with divine timing. And here's the most important part, when the new begins, don't sabotage it. Don't compare it to the pain, don't measure it against the past. Let it be new, let it be unfamiliar, in all the best ways. Let yourself be surprised by kindness, let yourself be loved, in the way you always prayed for, but never received. You deserve that, you've earned that, through your faithfulness. So as this message begins to settle in your soul, I want you to promise me something, that you won't forget who you are, just because someone else did. That you won't dim your fire, just because someone couldn't stand the heat. That you won't bend yourself to fit a space you were never meant to be in. From this point on, I want you to walk boldly, speak clearly, love freely, protect your energy, and trust what you feel. Your intuition is divine, it's been whispering the truth all along. This message, this miracle, isn't just something you stumbled upon. It was sent, it was timed, it was written with your name, embedded in every line. And though you might not fully understand everything today, you soon will. Everything will begin to make sense. The healing will feel complete, the the closure will come, not from a conversation, but from a revelation, that you were never broken, only buried under doubt. And now you are rising. Keep walking, child, I am with you in every step. And this time, you won't have to walk alone. The right one is coming, the right peace is coming, the right timing is already here. This is your season of receiving, not chasing. This is your moment of rest, not struggle. And as you rise, know this, your miracle already knows your name, it's looking for you, even now, be ready. With eternal love, your Creator and Archangel Michael, still watching, still guiding, still guarding. But deep down you knew, reaching out would be betraying your own healing once again. You smiled in front of others, while silently grieving inside, carrying confusion in your chest, like a hidden bruise. You went over the same conversations, again and again, wondering where you went wrong. Hear me clearly now, you did nothing wrong. You were simply offering love, to someone who didn't yet know how to hold it, because they hadn't yet learned to love themselves. But I saw all of it, I never looked away. I collected each tear, each silent prayer, each exhausted sigh, and stored them with care, in the vaults of heaven. And now I'm releasing what was promised, I'm unlocking doors that were shut, I'm returning to you what was lost, delayed, or taken, and not just returning, but multiplying it. You are receiving double honor, double favor, and the full embrace of heaven that whispers, well done, you didn't let go, you kept your heart soft, you trusted me. Now the shift won't just happen in your spirit, it'll become visible. You'll start seeing things align effortlessly. People will reach out without warning. Doors will open without you knocking. You won't need to chase, beg, or prove. You'll simply move with grace, carried by divine rhythm. That's what happens, when you say no to what depletes you, and yes to what nourishes your soul. And one day, when someone asks how you made it through, how you survived the ache, how you rebuilt, you'll smile, and you'll say, God spoke, He rescued me from myself, He loved me through it. And you listened. Love letter. And if you're still here, still reading, then your spirit has already accepted this truth. Don't scroll past the very miracle, sent to meet your faith. Stay connected to this light, stay under this covering, walk with Archangel Michael day by day. Because this isn't the end, it's the beginning of something sacred. Your miracle isn't coming from the distance, it's at your doorstep, be present, be ready. This last word is not long, but it is full. You are not broken, you are not forgotten, you are not invisible, you are not discarded. You are being elevated, you are being guarded, you are being led out of what could have consumed you, and you're walking out, without even the smell of smoke. Because your story isn't over, it's just beginning. So now walk forward, not timidly, but with confidence. With your chin up, peace deep in your belly, a purpose burning brighter, and love guiding each footstep. This was your divine appointment, on June 30th. A date that may fade from the world's memory, but will echo in heaven's halls, because this was the day you were pulled from what almost broke you, and placed in the flow of blessings you can barely imagine. With the eternal covering of heaven, your Father and Archangel Michael, always standing close. And child, even though the message is nearly complete, I still feel your heart reaching, still wondering, still searching for assurance, like hands groping in the dark. And I understand, because I know how you think, how deeply you care, how hard you hold on, even in silence. I know the questions still swirl, but what if they change? What if I'm being too cold? What if I leave and regret it forever? So let me speak softly now, one more time, with no pressure, just truth wrapped in love. The person whose name starts with M, they've already had their chance. They've felt your light, they've tasted your spirit, they've known the depth of your soul. And if they still couldn't grasp what a miracle they were holding, it's not your responsibility to keep proving it. True love doesn't need constant reminders, it lives in recognition. You shouldn't have to teach someone how to treasure you. You are not a curriculum, you are a rare gift. And I, your God, am no longer asking you to remain where your soul has to shrink, just to stay safe. You've loved enough, you've waited enough, you've prayed not just for signs, but for their healing, and that made you holy. But now it's your turn to be whole, your turn to be seen, to be chosen, not as an afterthought, but as a priority. That's why I'm sending Archangel Michael, to purify the spiritual space around you. He's cutting cords, he's clearing energies, he's guarding you from the shadows that once clung to you. And yes, some of the heaviness you feel lately, the fatigue, the strange dreams, the ache in your chest, these are signs of detachment. The remnants of their energy leaving you. Let them go, it's part of your freedom, it's the detox of your soul. They might reach out again, they may speak sweetly, they may appear changed. But child, kindness without transformation is just decoration. Don't fall for borrowed words, don't soften just because they know how to sound tender. Trust your senses, trust your spirit. If peace isn't present, I am not in it. If love brings anxiety, it is not mine. And now that you're starting to believe this, let me prepare you for what's ahead. I am crafting someone for you, someone real, someone ready. They will not flinch at your depth, they will meet you in your fire, and sit beside you in your silence. They will not be confused, they won't need time to see your worth, they'll know. Their love will be calm, not chaotic, steady, not shifting. And when they speak, it will feel like rest, not tension. But to receive this, you must create space. That's what this message is, a sacred invitation, to release what's been taking up space in your spirit, the almosts, the maybes, the could-have-beens. Because I'm not just sending you love, I'm giving you a new name, a new identity. And the version of you that once settled for less, that once kept quiet to be kept, that version is no longer needed. It fades today, this exact day, June 30th, 2025, your spirit took a new path, your soul aligned, the war within you found peace. From now on, you'll see small signs everywhere. Tiny miracles, a stranger who says the right thing, a song that plays just in time, a number that keeps showing up, a whisper in your heart that says, keep going, I'm with you. That's me, that's how I move, through everything, through everyone, in perfect timing. You're not out of reach, you've never been lost to me, I've always seen you, known you, and covered you. Love letter. And if these words have stirred something inside you, if you cried, if you paused, if you nodded, this isn't just a message, it's a divine encounter. You were brought here for a reason. Stay close, stay anchored, let Archangel Michael surround you, let this sacred space become your shelter. You've come so far, look at your growth. And even in the moments where you feel small, heaven still calls you mighty. So when the M person crosses your thoughts, breathe and say, I bless them, I release them, I choose peace, I choose God's plan, I choose myself. And each time you say it, heaven will rise up beside you, because your fresh start doesn't begin someday, it starts now. With me, with grace, with unwavering love. Your God, with Archangel Michael at your side, wings stretched, sword raised, guarding your healing, every step of the way.